maybe just give you some kind of crazy story by those three guys about somebody's acting this season was just really spot on and better than ever.
Oh,
it's probably Dario.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah.
No, they're talking about you.
Or Dom.
You.
No, he's
me?
amazing.
Yeah, you.
Oh man, I
They
don't
tried
know.
to say it so you could hear them, but I guess.
Oh no, yeah.
We were talking. Okay,
deaf.
we were talking about that. What's that test that screenwriters use to be able to say whether or not the story's like female driven?
The Bechdel.
Yes, there we go. What's it called?
The Bechdel.
The Bechdel test. Yeah. So that's what it was called.
Yeah,
we were knee deep in that discussion. So.
It was good discussion. Clearly, we couldn't hear accolades, so it must have been good.
But all very truthful. He's wonderful.
Thank you guys, I appreciate it. But you're good. You're only as good as the people you work with. So.
I'm going to jump right in with Alisha. What can you tell us about Maya and Simon this season?
Like I said during the panel, I think one of the wonderful things about the season 2 finale is that Maya finished her rom-com movie. You know, like it ends with, think about it. She gets kidnapped, she gets rescued by her boyfriend, and then they enjoy a lovely night together. But he has to skip off and take care of some business. But I'll see him tonight. Where that's kind of where she's at. So she's coming from such a happy place. Like this is like I feel like one of the few characters in the finale where it's just like, oh, everything has gone right for me. So I think the what we will find is that Simon, did some dealings behind her back, and not only what does that say for Simon, but what does that say for their relationship and trust is something that I think every relationship that you want to know, like when you have a hiccup, how do you handle it? And I think they handled that storyline very beautifully, and I think you'll really enjoy seeing like how Simon and Maya work through problems and problem solve together as a team.
Yeah, and also as just as a fan of the show, you want to see how Maya reacts to a person. You know what I mean? Because you have an idea of how she reacts based off of what you've seen already, but that's like almost the physicalness of it, like how she busts out of the ice cooler, or how she changes when somebody tries to get to the hospital versus Bruce. But now I would love to see a little more like emotional stuff, just a little more like touching stuff, like the things that go on between her and her boyfriend.
I'm sure you know that, but the show is huge in Brazil.
Yes.
Brazil.
Oh wow.
And yeah, the show is
The majority of my fans are from Brazil.
Oh really?
Like my Instagram fans, like a large majority is from Brazil.
It's amazing.
It's wild, yeah.
And they are very enthusiastic. I mean, to what extent do you think that the fans' opinions or ideas like influence on the writing of the show or your performances?
I don't think you can ignore it. Like, it's fans, so those are the people that are giving you the attention and that like to watch it. So I think there's, to a degree, you have to stay honest with what the arc which you're setting forward. But I think also you want to kind of give a little, like just kind of nod to the fans, like, hey, we hear you.
Yeah, and I think it's if you're not listening to we're putting a product out there, and if you're not listening to the customer reviews, that was such a weird analogy, but just stay with me. Like I feel like you're not a good it's not a good business model. Like on if we're talking just like from that perspective, but obviously it's way more personal than that. But I feel like everything is heard, and sometimes the fans aren't seeing episode 17 of season 3. They're just seeing what's happening right now, and they're having an opinion about that. So some of it has to be like, stay with us, and some of it has to be like, I didn't actually consider that opinion, and moving forward, we'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
And in terms of performance, I perform for my art, but I am so happy with how it's received by fans. But I wouldn't necessarily say that a fan's opinion of my portrayal does influence anything I do moving forward. It's more like, this is what I'm giving you guys, and like, do we enjoy it? Okay, cool. Like I've gotten nothing but support from fans, which I think is like one of the most positive things of the show.
Supportive.
Yeah.
But the one thing though, you as a fan, you may think you want all the information and all the characters and all that. You don't want that, because then you'll have everything, and then you go, where do we go now? And there's nowhere to go. So you need some place to go. So it's just about being patient. You know what I mean?
Well said.
It's like being going to puberty. You just gotta be patient. It'll happen.
How was it for you to sort of join the cast after they had the first year to bond together?
It was great. I mean, the first people I met
No,
on
tell us the truth. No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
I'll be totally honest with you. So my first day, if you remember seeing episode 3, Maya's chasing Jace down that narrow alleyway, and he stumbles into garbage, and fans help him, and then she can't get to him, so she walks away. That was my first ever scene that I shot. And Alberto and Kat were wrapping up their scene, so they were the first castmates that I met, and immediately Kat was like, "Oh my God, it's so excited to meet you. Let's take a selfie." It was like, "Oh my God!" Like, and so it was just, it was just so perfectly like open arms. Everyone, it feels like summer camp because we're not all Toronto locals, so you know, we do reach out to each other a lot to spend time together, and we're all very active and outgoing. We love to do stuff, and also too coming in season 2 with Todd and Darren also being in starting season 2 as well. It felt like there was just a new wave of energy in general. So like all the castmates kind of took it all in stride, which I feel like if it was just the same showrunner from season 1 to season 2, maybe I would have felt a little bit more differently. But everything was changing so much to begin with. It
would have been a different shade, but you know, but I think it may have been different on that end of things. But I know as cast members, it wouldn't have been different.
No.
We've literally been the same since the jump. We do that with almost everybody, but there's certain cast members you can tell there's a trajectory for their character, so you tend to want to be a little more attentive. And then when, you know, of course, when they're like, "Oh no, she's a regular," we're like, "Oh good, done deal." And then you don't have to worry about anything weirdness going on, because there's some characters that come in and then they leave. You know what I mean? You never see them again, and then they may want to hang or something, and you know, and it's like, it's kind of hard for us to keep going on with our trajectory and then go like, "Oh, but you know, we kind of left your character behind," you know.
Yeah.
So it just feels kind of, it's a icky feeling that you kind of, you know, part of the business, but you know, you're always happy when someone like you hang out and you care about and you're like, "Oh, they're cool," and then they're solid. So you know.
Oh gosh, his name's escaping me. But who booked Fargo?
Yeah, Joel. Exactly.
Joel, absolute treat and pleasure to work with, and we were so excited. Such a huge bummer that he got killed off, but he immediately booked another show that we were all like, "Well, okay," you know, the show is I don't know, it attracts great people that I've loved every single guest.
I mean, even if we butt heads, it's never comes to a head. You know what I mean? It's just kind of like different type of thing. Okay, fine, move it on.
Like trying to decide on a Halloween costume.
Yeah, that's it. Like stuff.
That's where we had our fights.
You know what I mean?
Well, one of my son's friends just put runes on her arm, and that was her whole costume. So.
Well, we do that. They do that every day, but I'm sure they don't want to do it for Halloween.
Isaiah, what can you tease about Luke's kind of exposure of being a werewolf?
Oh, you mean being naked again?
No, I mean to his partner.
I didn't ask that question.
Oh, you mean to Ollie? Oh, okay. Yeah. Man, I can't give anything away, but all I can tell you is that
We won't tell.
She is very. I'm sure you won't with the cameras running. Yeah. She is very persistent, and she will not stop until she gets the answers she's looking for. But the answer she's looking for may not be what she thinks they are.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so